to this, I'm not. Hi there, this is Ashley Owens. You may remember me from my work with Co-Roundtable in Japan. Currently here in Geneva, the Working Group on Business and Human Rights is in session. They're having their meeting in Palais Wilson, which is part of the United Nations buildings here in Japan, here in Geneva. And you may remember that one of the members of the working group is Puvan, who's here today with me. You may remember that Puvan came and spoke to members of Co-Roundtable on the 5th and on the 6th of September in 2013, primarily about the guiding principles on business and human rights. So we'd like to follow up with him on this topic and to talk to him specifically about how Japanese companies should and can be getting involved in this important trend that's attracting a lot of traction in Europe and the United States. So first of all, I'd like to ask Puvan to tell us a little bit about the guiding principles and his role in promoting the guiding principles and some trends that he sees in terms of implementation of the guiding principles currently.
Thanks, Ashley. The guiding principles, as you know, and I think as we discussed in Tokyo last September, were endorsed unanimously at the Human Rights Council and have been variously adopted in that time since 2011 by various actors in different sectors and particularly states and so forth. I suppose the important thing about the guiding principles, for the fact that they were the first unanimous endorsement of a business and human rights framework, that it sits under the flag of the United Nations, that it allows for different actors to recognize their roles relative to each other. I think these were the innovations that the guiding principles brought forward. So,
and when you say different actors, Puvan, can you be more specific about who are these actors that are being targeted by the guiding principles?
Certainly. So the guiding principles allow for states, businesses, and obviously victims of abuse, corporate abuse, to find a place within the business and human rights universe. Mm-hmm. They are structured around three pillars. Mm-hmm. Pillar one being the state duty to protect. Pillar two being the corporate responsibility to respect, and then pillar three requiring that there is some form of access to remedy. So this is where these different actors can actually find their place. And importantly, I think the guiding principles require that the three pillars act with each other. So it's not simply that one pillar can outweigh the responsibility of another simply by having, for example, regulation that requires everybody to conform or to be enforced into a particular regime. What you do require is an understanding, the mutual goal of states, corporations, and ultimately towards the victims is that there is a systemic response by all actors understanding how it is that they need to contribute to that goal. And the guiding principles, I think, frames this very simply, in very reasonably clear language. For the UN, it's actually very, very plain language as to who is supposed to do what and how it is they're supposed to handle that. Probably need to. Sorry, we'll just cut this bit out.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, guys, we're just filming.